Tom, 4-2 win against Bridport tonight in the Dorset Senior Cup. A case of job done?
Yeah, just. They scored an unbelievable goal, one of the best goals I've seen for a long time, I think, very early on, and that's clearly sort of really helped them mentally. Sort of the levels are inevitably going to go up after something like that, and they were well organised. They were really sort of diligent and resilient, and it was a difficult night for us. It was a difficult night for us all round. They caused us problems when they countered. They got into a shape really quickly, and combination of them being good and us being a little bit sloppy and perhaps not moving the ball as well as we could. And then when we did sort of, when they were in deeper areas and we got high, we tended to try and force things a little bit. So it's just a combination of things made it a difficult night all round. But a big part of it was Bridport and how well they played, how organised they were, and in duels as well. I thought, without it sounding arrogant or disrespectful, I thought we might be a bit more powerful in one-on-one duels with them, and that wasn't really the case. They sort of made it very hard for us in one-to-ones physically, and they were just good. So it's difficult for us, and in the end of it, we're just pleased to come out of it winning, and it would appear relatively unscathed in terms of injuries.
9 changes tonight from the team on Saturday, but it's still a very strong lineup. Good to give minutes to some of the other lads that didn't start on Saturday. Yeah,
I think the timing of the game was really good for us in terms of giving minutes to people that needed minutes, and we were able to rest people that probably needed resting. So from that point of view, hugely positive, I think.
A word on Luke Roberts tonight. I think that was his first Dorch goal since he joined the club last season. How pleased were you for him?
Oh yeah, everyone knows really that I've just got a significant amount of affection for him. He's a brilliant lad. We're having to tread very carefully with him, and they made it difficult for him again tonight, but he'll benefit significantly from the minutes, and really delighted that firstly he's come through the game, it would appear, no ill effects, and secondly, as you say, he's got a goal.
A word on Marcus Dawes as well, obviously signed last week, back from AFC Totton, a goal at the end as well, winning the penalty and scoring it. How good is it to have him back at the club?
Yeah, he's always likely to sort of produce something that can unlock a defence. Very, very good if you can get him in good areas with the ball, we know that. And he's another one that's probably been a bit limited in terms of his game time while he was at Tottenham, so it's pleasing to be able to get 90 minutes into his legs following 45 that he had on Saturday.
You mentioned coming through relatively unscathed tonight. Will Spetch had to come off just before half-time. How's he doing?
Yeah, that was obviously a big concern at the time, but I've just spoken to the physio and he seems to think that it's nothing significant. It was more precautionary, and we're hoping that with a bit of treatment on Thursday, Will be okay on Saturday. I thought, to be fair, Yayan once again has come in firstly on Saturday and done brilliantly with Braggy. Braggy was very, very good on Saturday, and then as a partnership, when Spetchy went off, I thought they both did well. I was a bit upset with Braggy for the goal, for their second goal, but these things happen. On the whole, I think he's really pushing on now, Braggy. He missed a lot of time last year for injury, so he's always going to need a bit more time, and I think he's starting to show a real quality and someone, and he's someone I think that can do us an awful lot of good throughout the season.
Brilliant stuff. And finally, 2 cup games in the space of 3-4 days. Perhaps not playing at our best, but importantly getting the wins in both of them.
Yeah, exactly that. Saturday we know we weren't at our best. Tiverton again made it difficult for us, and the conditions a little bit difficult with the pitch there. So it's just a question of being resilient, and Jez, with the help of some good penalties on our side, has got us through that. And then today, as I said earlier, Bridport made it really difficult for us. I think they can be very, very proud of what they've done, and we were hanging on at the end. I mean, they've had I couldn't really see it very clearly, but they seemed to be aggrieved that they didn't get a penalty at the end. That would have made it 3-3. As it turned out, we've gone up the other end and scored the fourth, which probably puts an unfair complexion on the scoreline, and if the referee gives that, it's 3-3, good chance it goes to penalties, and then who knows. So it was fine margins tonight, and we're just pleased to be through.
That's great.